Ever wonder how a chance encounter, a seemingly harmless white lie, can unravel a past and rewrite a future? Our story begins high above Boston, in the meticulously ordered world of Mason Bennett. He stood at the window, the sprawling city a testament to his ambition, yet a persistent dread tugged at him. 6 months of relentless dedication had culminated in the most significant negotiation of his career. But then the phone rings, and the caller ID shows Mom. And he knows the storm is here. "Mason, darling." Victoria Bennett's voice, sing-song voice, carried a familiar weight. The weight of expectations. The weight of a mother's carefully laid plans. Postponing her world tour with his father. The thought sent a jolt through Mason. These trips are crucial for them to be out of his way so he can focus on his career. It's always been that way. His mother, Victoria, saw spreadsheets as obstacles, board meetings as distractions. A grandchild was the only thing she wanted. Mason needed to show his parents that she had no reason to worry about him. And that's when the joke went too far. The fateful lie. "Mom, there is someone." The silence on the other end was thick, pregnant with anticipation. He said the words before he could stop them. "She's my fiancée." He could almost hear his mother's manicured nails drumming on the table and knew what he had to do. 24 hours. To conjure a fiancé, a believable partner in this charade from thin air. Impossible, right? He buzzed Olivia, his unflappable secretary. "Olivia," he began, the request feeling foolish even as he spoke the words. He asked her the impossible. Pretend to be his fiancée for a single evening. She declined naturally. She understood his mother, she said. Even the best salary couldn't make her ruin her values. It was a firm, kind rejection. He was alone. Despair gnawed at him as he navigated the cold, cavernous parking garage. Where could he find this phantom fiancée? Lost in thought, he barely registered the figure stepping into his path. A soft thud, a cry of pain, fate, it seemed, had a twisted sense of humor. She was a vision amidst the grime. Eyes the color of emeralds, set against a backdrop of hardship. He nearly ran her over. "What kind of person drives like that in a parking garage?" she demanded, and suddenly, the answer to his impossible problem was taking shape in his mind. Over coffee. The proposition hung in the air, audacious and desperate. Pretend to be his fiancée. A lifeline thrown in exchange for a carefully constructed illusion. She listened, those green eyes assessing, calculating. "I have no past," she confessed, the words raw and devoid of self-pity. A stolen childhood, a life lived on the fringes. But with what proof? It all came down to money, which she didn't have. Mason offered help, even if she didn't agree to the engagement. He knew it was the right thing to do. Mason's mansion was another world. She agreed with conditions. And the transformation began. New clothes, a salon visit, surfaces of the plan were taken care of. But beneath the polished exterior, the core of the plan was more complex and still needed planning. The next morning, Mason awoke to the aroma of coffee. He stood in the doorway transfixed. Sophia, bathed in sunlight, was breathtaking, beautiful, intelligent, and mysterious. The afternoon of shopping had been a revelation. Sophia possessed a natural elegance, a poise that transcended her circumstances. But as he watched her transform, Mason felt a twinge of guilt. Was he exploiting her vulnerability? Back at the mansion, the final preparations were underway. Then the bomb dropped. Grace, his godmother, would be at dinner. The thought sent chills down Mason's spine. Her ability to see through lies was uncanny. And there was a specific reason he never wanted to deceive her. He told Sophia about her. He said that Grace lost her child a long time ago. Her voice softened, her eyes filled with empathy. "A lie told for the right reasons isn't really a lie at all," she said. Mason watched her return to studying the script. He wondered how someone with so little could possess such natural grace. He didn't know that the dinner would lead to mysteries even Sophia didn't know. The restaurant shimmered with understated elegance. Mason felt a surge of protectiveness towards Sophia. She deserved more than a return to the shadows. Victoria and Richard arrived, radiating warmth and approval. But then, Grace entered the scene, her eyes drawn to Sophia, with an intensity that made everyone fall silent. "Your shoulder," Grace whispered, her voice trembling. "Do you have a birthmark? A crescent moon?" The air crackled with unspoken tension. The charade had shattered, revealing a truth more profound than anyone could have imagined. She slid the photo across the table, her voice quivering with emotion. "Your father, he took you?" Sophia's world dissolved, then reformed. Lost memories flooded back, triggered by a birthmark, a photograph, a mother's unwavering hope. Sarah Grace Bennett, a name reclaimed, a past resurrected. What started as a desperate deception had become a catalyst for healing and reunion. What had begun as a scheme to appease his parents had become everything. 6 months later, Mason and Sophia stood before each other, exchanging vows. The joke engagement had turned into a love story, forged in the crucible of shared secrets and unexpected connections. They were married in a small ceremony, with Grace beaming proudly as she walked her daughter down the aisle. A reminder that sometimes the greatest truths are found where we least expect them. What did you think about Sophia's journey? Could you relate to any part of it? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more incredible stories.